Hello, it is me from the future. Just throwing this little video in here because last week was a doozy. My cat in and out of the hospital. I was barely in the studio. Not to mention, I got my second dose Saturday, so I was done for the weekend. So it's a shorter vlog. I was thinking about just not posting it, but you know what? There's people who have reached out to me who are really enjoying the vlog. They're staying with it. They're watching it on a weekly basis. So I'm gonna get the small amount of footage posted that I had done. My community is keeping me motivated and on track. And for that, I'm super grateful. Enjoy the vlog. Hey, I know, it's late. It's almost 1 in the afternoon. But you know what? It was a show this morning. I don't know if you knew this, but cats can't have anything like onion powder or garlic powder or anything like that. And our little guy, he steals a little chunk of meat, a little thing like that, and he's throwing up from about 3 a.m. to, no joke, like 10. We've taken him to the vet. We kind of like procrastinate. Wait. Is he getting better? Is he not? He seems fine. He's in good spirits. Oh no, it's still there. Okay, let's take him. And then we bring him there. They give him like some freaking electrolytes or something. And they go, yeah, we can't find anything wrong with them. So I'm here. I'm in the studio. Great way to start the back half of this week. So anyways, we're dragging this story out. Today is all about this project. We're continuing our business class review. We pretty well finished the studio techniques mixing midterm, and all we have left is, a bit of key stuff and art of flow. You know, I guess my big worry is like getting behind and like staying on kind of my routine and the suggested curriculum speed, but that's life. You know, you gotta kind of roll with the punches. So anyways, we're just gonna drink our iced coffee here. I don't know if you're going to hear from me again today. Just know there's stuff going on. Wanted to share that with you, and let's do our work. Good morning. It is Friday, August 13th. Yeah, Friday the 13th. And guess what? Oliver, my cat, had to have a little overnight stay in the animal hospital. He's okay. He does this to us. I don't know what his freaking issue is, but every so often he'll just get sick and we get to the tipping point and we're like, what do we do? I guess we take him in. And then sure enough, they call us this morning and they go, yeah, he's not been throwing up. He's, pretty much fine. I swear he has done this at least 3, if not 4 times. He always ends up fine the next day, like nothing happened. It's so bizarre. Anyways, there's been a lot going on this week, not to mention just feeling burnt out, feeling down, giving myself some time away from the studio. Somehow, some way though, we managed to finish our huge studio techniques midterm. All we really got left is the art of flow classes. I love these classes. I love the introspection. I've never heard of any other school teaching music production in this way. Pretty busy, pretty good week though. Well, hello there. Welcome back to the Friday Fireside Chat. Let's take a moment, decompress from the week, and take a nice, deep breath. In, hold, and out. That's better. I hope you had a good week. Today's topic is another instructional video, this time talking about building your own kick drum. I learned this technique recently from one of the teachers at Icon Collective, and basically what it allows you to do is layer a whole bunch of different kick drums and percussion to essentially sound design your own kick drum. So I'm going to break this down for you in a relatively easy way to follow. First up is going to be your kick sub. Essentially, this is the lower, boomier part of the kick drum. It's essential to having that kick drum be felt. We all know those low sub frequencies are all about feeling it in your chest. Okay, so the first step here is to create your sub chain. So all you have to do is throw an instance of operator on there up and Command G it, and it will create this device for you. Make sure you have this little show hide chain list open, and then what you're going to do is you're going to go into your MIDI effects and you're going to drag in a note length and put it in front of the operator. The only thing you need to be concerned about here is the length, and that's going to change the length of what your sub is. Go over here, hit Command R, rename it sub. Then you're going to put an auto filter on the very end of that chain. If you look at the operator here, the only one you're going to be using is A, which is the one that is already activated, and we don't need to change anything. The second part of this is your punch. This is the body of the kick and where most of the tone is going to come from. This is the one that you can get the most creative on. You can layer multiple different kicks, different percussion, different things you even record around the house or in nature, and throw it in there and get a whole bunch of nice different textures. And this is what really drives the song. Go down here, I got my second one. All you have to do is right click, do create chain. Let's rename that one punch. And then what you're gonna do is drag in a sampler. Now I've got 2 instances, which means I've actually grouped this within the group. And that's just to create extra body, extra punch, where you can basically layer multiple different samples to create something your own and something more unique. Let's do that now. Let's go to the sample. We'll go to these kicks over here. That one sounds good. Let's drag it in. Then what we're going to do immediately is come over to this filter global section, and yours would be something like there. We're just going to drag it down ever so slightly and pull in the decay, and basically we're changing the sustain and decay. And that's just to control the body of this punch. Another thing you need to add here is the spectrum, so we can make sure this kicks in key, and then you're going to throw an auto filter on the end of that, this time facing this way using the high pass option. And I'll show you why we do that in a minute. And finally, we land on the click. Now the click is that top end. The click is what you hear when you're in a festival and you're walking from stage to stage. The click's a very important part of the track. It's usually a higher frequency, so it's really what the ears pick up and really completes the kick. Finally, we come down to your click. And for this, you can pretty much use anything. So let's go into samples here. Let's do a closed hi-hat. No, not that one. Oh, there we go. There's a good one. Then what we're going to do with this is shrink that all the way, pretty much all the way up. Make sure we got just the end there going. All right. So now we have our sub, punch, and click. Now we need to set this up properly. So let's go to this key tab here in the zone editor. And as you can see, this is how I have it set up. So we're going to shrink this sub in to go from C0 to B0. And then we want our punch and our click to be on C1. And you'll see why in a second. Let's just hide that. And then this is the MIDI that we've put in. It's obviously blank right now. Let's open it up and look at how it has displayed this. So technically this would be the C1 there, and we can put in our notes. And then depending on what key you figured your punch and click to be, then this is from, as I said, C0 to B0. So let's just say that we are C. And now I've got this handy dandy little chart that is going to help me choose the sub and punch frequencies. So if we go over here, let's say octave 1, 32 hertz. So we come down here, we change the sub to 32 hertz, and then we change this to 32 hertz. And so now these won't be conflicting with each other. And the point of doing that is you are going to get a much fuller kick. And now we mix. Might be hard for you to hear this sub, but this is why we changed the length. Does it match up with the punch? I'd say it was a bit too long. There we go. Now let's add that click. Click's much too loud. Let's turn it down. There we go. That's a good blend. How about that? Now that your kick is all layered and everything's mixed together nicely, you can get as experimental as you want with this. Personally, I love throwing a distortion like Decapitator from Sound Toys on there and just really playing around with the drive and the different tones that you can get from that distortion. Essentially, you've just sound designed your own original kick drum by doing it this way. The fact that I can basically layer and customize things to my liking rather than just clicking and dragging a splice sample is amazing. And with all my effects on there, that could be part of a sample pack that I release. All right, that is it for the Friday Fireside Chat today.